Welcome, everyone, to the All Around Podcast. It is episode 24. Today is October 2nd, 2017. My name is Nick. With me, as always, is the lovely, delightful, enthusiastic, maybe, Jeremy?
Sometimes
Yeah.
enthusiastic.
So, Jeremy, yet again, we missed a week.
Yeah. Sorry,
We've been
sick.
taking breaks.
I apologize. I was sick, plus we were raiding in Destiny.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We'll talk about the whole Destiny thing still in a later one. There's still so much to go over with that.
Yes.
But yeah, so let's go over what kind of happened the past 2 weeks. It has been slow too. Like even with what we have now, we have a good amount of stuff to talk about, but it's still been pretty vague. Yeah.
It's the biggest thing is actually a throwback, and it's something that none of you probably got, which is the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
And the reason that you didn't get it is because you probably wanted it, but you probably couldn't get it because it's sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
Because that's how Nintendo does things.
Mm-hmm.
But the Super Nintendo Classic Edition came out. It is about yay big. Comes with 2 controllers and 20 preloaded games, including the never-before-released Star Fox 2, which if you beat the first level of Star Fox 1, you unlock Star Fox 2, which apparently is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, the reviews for it, everybody's calling it trash, 5s out of 10s, everything like that. My whole thing is this. It's like, I don't know what people were expecting, and I'm not trying to sound like I had the foolproof idea of this the whole time, because I was excited to play it as well.
To play a game that you never played before.
Exactly, but the whole thing was it never came out, and there's a reason for that, and clearly this is why. So it's like, I know some people got super burned by it, but it's like, dude, it never came out, and this is why. So what would it have been 20 years later for you to play it and go, oh, damn, or you'd pay $60 when it first came out and go, what the hell? So it makes sense. I mean, they finished what they could of the game, but it really was a very unpolished, unfinished game, so...
Some other notable titles on there are Super Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, Kirby... What's the Kirby one on there?
The Dream Course.
Yeah, that's right. Dream Course.
And Superstar Ultra. Well, sorry, just Superstar. Ultra's the
Super Street Fighter 2,
Yep.
Super Pitfall's on there too, isn't it?
Yeah. Super Contra.
Contra.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 3.
It's a big one. Secret of Mana.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's on
Secret
there
of
too.
Mana's the big one. And it's really cool to play too.
F-Zero.
Yes, F-Zero.
Earthbound.
Yeah. There's a ton of
New Super Mario Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty good. It's not bad. 20 games plus 2 controllers for $80. If you can get your hands on one, pick it up. If you're into nostalgia, apparently the controller cords are still 3 feet though.
Yep, it is.
Yeah,
I've been playing it. It's literally.
Yeah, he got one. I didn't get one.
This. Yep. It literally feels like it's this long. Like you literally have to be a kid again, and by that I mean you have to sit on the floor and literally play it at your lap, and then sit up. It's insane.
So that's pretty much that wraps that up. There's not really much to talk about with that.
Yeah, it's very tough. I mean, it's performing well. It has the same. I mean, the only other thing of controversy, really quick too, is it has a lot of people same thing are complaining that it has very similar specs to the NES. When yet again, it's no shit. It takes an HDMI cord.
Yep.
It runs in HD.
Yep.
The graphics are still the same as the old games, just kind of a little bit repolished.
Yep.
Why do they need to change anything?
Yeah,
Why? Why?
It's literally for nostalgia.
It's
There's
literally
no reason to have
it's made to be packaged easily, put in that small compact form, and repackaged. So
now I will say this: if they do a 64 next year, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh well, I mean, dude, I wouldn't be surprised. N64, or if they do a Game Boy throwback beforehand and then do N64 to kind of keep it in order.
Because if they're going in order,
dude, N64,
soon
man,
they're gonna get to GameCube and GameCube Classic,
dude,
or Wii Classic.
Yeah.
Can we get the Wii Mini Classic, please?
Oh my god, N64 is gonna be dangerous.
Preloaded with Wii Sports, New Super Mario Bros.
And I'm telling you though, no, you're absolutely right. N64 is gonna be dangerous. That will rack up
Smash,
so much fun.
Mario Kart, Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Pokemon Stadium.
Everything with 64 in it.
Yeah.
Star Fox.
64.
Yeah, everything. It's gonna be nuts. Personally, though, if they don't put Bomberman 64 on it, trash.
Well,
now.
Remember, Bomberman's not a Nintendo product.
That's fine. Trash. Garbage. I'm saying if it doesn't come included with it, garbage. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Unless...
You heard it here first.
Unless they totally flip the script on this one and they make this first one, they'll charge... Let me go bold here. They charge $110.
Okay.
You're damn, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, but I'd buy that if it comes with 20 64 games.
But this one will have an N64 readable cartridge that you could then plug in games. So then we can allow the travesty of not including Bomberman 64.
Those are more readily available.
Exactly.
But It's going to be an interesting box, because the box is going to have to be decent size, because the controllers are huge.
The controllers are massive, and there's no way they can make the controller smaller.
They just give us Xbox controllers.
That's not funny. It's not funny at all.
So going off of Nintendo, a couple things were released for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, we'll start with the easy one. Gold and Silver.
Yeah, keep going on throwback. Yeah, Gold and Silver came out.
Gold and Silver were re-released on the eShop for Nintendo 3DS. Both games just the exact as they were back in, 99? 2000?
2001, I think.
Crystal came out in 2000. So 99.
Oh, yeah, so 99.
Yeah, so 99. Mm-hmm. So Gold and Silver came out in 99, but what's really cool is you can use the Pokemon Bank with these games. You can set those up, put the Pokemon in the bank, put those in Sun and Moon or wherever you want to do. So that's really cool. We didn't bother to look up reviews on it because it's literally the same game.
It's Pokemon. You guys have already played it. The really cool thing, it's a direct port. So any type of glitches, farming stuff for shinies, anything that you did in your actual original Game Boy Color game, you can literally do right in this one, which is super cool.
And then there was some kind of promotion too where you got Celebi, right?
Yeah, so if you pre-purchased the game or bought the game within the first week, you get a level 30 Celebi that you can mystery gift into Sun or Moon.
Okay, that's what that was.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Going off of Pokemon, a major Pokemon title was released, Pokken Tournament DX, which is a remake of a Wii U game, Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament is a cross between Pokemon and Tekken, being made by Bandai Namco. The game has...
a lot.
18 characters.
Yeah, it's a lot of characters.
It's a lot of characters.
It's a lot of characters.
Plus, in addition to the actual fighters, there's little sets of partner Pokemon that you can use, and each one of those is 2 for different things.
Yep, which this one has even more, too.
Yes, it's got a lot more. It's got a couple more stages.
Yeah. A lot more stages, actually. Like, in the Wii U version, they only had about 6. This one has a rotation of about 12. So literally the stages are like double. It's a big deal.
Plus they added in more modes. There's easier multiplayer. Plus the ability for local play when you're up next to each other is cool. You can turn the Joy-Cons to the side so you can play 2 right out the gate. The game got a 79% on Metacritic. Got 8 out of 10 on IGN. The game, I've gotten to play it. It looks really cool. It feels a lot better than the Wii U version just because it's more versatile to play. But I mean, I want a regular Pokemon game. Like, Pokken Tournament's cool, but I want a regular Pokemon game.
It's good in the meantime, but yeah, they really just need to hit us with, like, a major. Especially, like, they still should have day one, but it's good to play for now. Yeah. And they did, it's essentially the Game of the Year version as well, with adding even newer Pokemon exclusive to this one, with, like, Decidueye and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you have, like, Krogunk, Darkrai, Scizor, Empoleon, like a bunch of the extra DLC characters, which is cool.
And Shadow Mewtwo.
Yes.
Which was originally an amiibo card. He's now actually in the game.
Yep.
Do the amiibo cards work with this one?
They do not.
Yeah, I think so.
No, they do not. Well, just the amiibo card.
Oh, card, yeah, that's right. It was just Shadow. Yeah,
it would have been nice if they would have done packs, but whatever. Yeah. It would have been nice. They easily, in my opinion, that would have been something easy. And just have it be Pokemon booster packs. Like, don't have it be like an amiibo card fancy thing. Like, have it just be like in a Pokemon booster pack. Just have it like that, and then whatever Pokemon could also you could use it then as like an assist Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
So nothing crazy game breaking, but something that would be as an assist, partially unique, which would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So who knows?
Another release for the Switch, which is something that's a little outdated, is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. The Nintendo Switch Edition, which has movement controls, so you can throw the Joy-Cons in different ways to do different moves. You can plunge them both forward to do a Kamehameha. You can put the both Joy-Cons in the air to start a Spirit Bomb, things like that. I don't know if they really do I don't know if you can just punch and kick with the motion.
You can, but it doesn't work well.
Okay.
A lot of people have already kind of complained about Switch controls that way, like motion controls, but otherwise, if just on button mapping,
normal.
Exactly, button mapping, it works completely fine. And the thing is, the Switch,
especially if you're using the Pro Controller.
Oh, 100%. Like the Switch, even movement controls. Here's the thing, too, guys. Like, it's not awful. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just not for a game like this where you need to have instant button response. It's not like ARMS where you're throwing punches and then can wait. Right. Like, this is an immediate response game, so like you just can't. You just can't get away with it in this one.
It got a 74% through Metacritic. Couldn't find another score, so we're just sticking with the 74%. But it came out on the 22nd. It released for only $50. It is the first game to be released on the Switch that is online only. Once the paid features for Nintendo's online services roll out, we'll see how that affects the game. Because right now you can just play it. Doesn't matter. As long as you're connected to the Wi-Fi, you're good. But it is the first... It's not really an MMO, but it's the first, like, MMO that was released on it. But it's not a traditional MMO in that sense. But either way, first online-only game. That's a pretty cool accomplishment. It sucks it's not a Nintendo game, but, you know, whatever. Works the same.
What can you do?
Another game that came out on the Switch, but was also released on PS4 and Xbox One, is the Lego Ninjago movie video game, which is based off of the movie, which is based off of the show, which is based off of the toy.
Yes.
So...
Not to be confused at all.
Yeah, really. So, the Lego Ninjago movie video game did pretty poorly. Got a 69% and only got a 5 out of 10 on IGN. The movie got a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think the movie should have been made. I don't think there's a big enough audience for it. I don't think it's...
Well, and especially to keep going as far as it has been.
Like, I would rather have gotten a Lego movie sequel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't think we needed the Ninjago. Like, it's
or
not...
just even at this point, just start a new IP.
Or do... Like, they did Lego Batman, and Lego Batman went well. So, like, do... Lego Lord of the Rings, do Lego Harry Potter, do like something else that we know. Don't do Lego, like next year they're going to do the Lego Chima stuff and make that into a movie.
Yeah.
Because it's their own property, so they're trying to make money off of it. It just doesn't, I don't know. I thought it was pointless. I think it's cool for the small select amount of kids that know what it is. But like adults went to see the Lego movie. Adults went to see the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
Adults didn't go see Lego Ninjago. Not a lot of them, anyway. Kyle did. But not a lot of, like, the mass amount of adults out there are not going to go rush to see the Lego Ninjago movie.
Yeah. But Kyle did.
But Kyle watches every movie.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely does. Check out his podcast.
Yeah, I wonder if Kyle will go see the My Little Pony movie when it comes out.
Dude, apparently, like, I only know this because Facebook keeps showing their ads really quick, going off at a total tangent here. I did not realize the voice cast.
No, I don't.
Emily Blunt, Liv Schreiber, like, it's a bunch, like, I mean, if you see, you would literally be like, holy shit, like, when you see the people that are in it, you're like, oh my god, like, there's real people in it.
Huh.
I know how that, as opposed to fake people, but I'm just saying, it's pretty, yeah, exactly, it's pretty legit. I was just like, wow, holy shit.
Huh.
Very interesting.
I mean, I'm not going to watch it.
No, of course, yeah, no, of course I'm not going to watch it. I just thought it was interesting. I'm not like, I need to go see his movie now.
Well, I mean, the Lego Ninjago movie, they had Jackie Chan, they had Dave Franco, they had...
Olivia Munn.
That's it. Yeah, I
you knew the three. I knew the three.
I was like, I know her name. I was like, but I didn't want to say the wrong name.
Olivia Munn, Psylocke.
Yeah. So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know. Now, the funny thing is, the Lego Ninjago movie video game has a different voice cast than the movie because they couldn't get the voice actors to do the game. So just like every movie video game that comes out, it's a different voice actor.
Well, here's what's funny though too. Like even going back to like that. So for the movie, the video game, different voice cast. For the movie, also too, was a different total voice cast than the show. So like, it's all different. All the fun. And
the game is also different from the show.
So exactly.
It's just like, hey, here's this thing. And we're just going to confuse you.
They could have at least, and even in hindsight too, they could have at least got the voice cast to come back just to do the game. Yeah. That would have been cool. I think more people. I mean, first of all, not that many people are into it, but at least the niche fan base that is would have. Yeah.
Yep. And this is now already the third Lego game to be released, not only this year but also on the Switch.
But I'm just saying, even Ninjago game. What is it? The third Lego Ninjago Battles, then Shadows of Ronin. Then that mech one.
Oh yeah,
the half robot one,
so
and then this one.
The fourth Lego Ninjago movie, fourth Lego Ninjago game, but also the third Lego game just this year because we had Lego Worlds.
Yeah.
Then we had Lego City. Now Lego Ninjago and Lego Marvel is coming out in November.
I just realized though, Ninjago definitely has the lead then on most Lego games, doesn't it? Maybe Star Wars.
Star Wars, because Star Wars has 1, 2, 3, the complete saga, and Force Awakens.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it had 1, then it had 2, then it had the complete saga, which was 1 and 2 put together.
You mean the halves?
Yeah.
Got it.
And then it was 3, which
Yeah.
is the Clone Wars, then the Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep. And then Batman has 1, 2, 3, and the majority of Lego Dimensions.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so Star Wars still has it.
Yep, Star Wars still wins.
Star Wars still has it.
Batman is on close second,
Yep.
and so is Ninjago.
Yeah.
And Marvel will now have 3.
Yes.
Like a Marvel Superheroes 1 and 2 and Avengers.
Yep.
So that's a thing. So there is a couple other games that we want to talk about. I'm going to do the one that we don't really care about.
Yeah, odds and ends.
Yeah, so this came out on Xbox One, PC, and PS4. It's Project Cars 2. Came out to an 83% on Metacritic, a 9.2 out of 10 on IGN. The first racing game of the year on PlayStation. It did not beat out Forza Horizon 3 on Xbox.
Big
but
surprise.
That makes sense. But last year we saw releases like Drive Club, The Crew, and what's that other? And Ride.
Yeah.
All come out on PlayStation, and Project Cars 2 beat them out. Project Cars 2 is more of a simulator like Gran Turismo and Forza. It's just not really as in-depth when it comes to designing the cars and customizing them. But apparently the second one really beefed that up, and they also added different weather dynamics. There's different snow, there's off-road racing, and all that kind of stuff thrown into there. It's still on tracks, so it's not open world like Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
It is very much like a Gran Turismo game, just it's trying to be different.
Yeah.
So if you're into racing games, you can either pick that up, or we'll talk about another one that's coming out later that you should probably pick up. Actually, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Depending on what system you have.
Yes, very true.
Then there's another game, a very small title that came out, but also a very big title. Came out exclusively on the Xbox One for only $20, and that game's called Cuphead.
So good. It's so goddamn good. It's amazing.
Cuphead is... I don't know how we want to talk about Cuphead. So Cuphead, it got revealed in 2014 at E3.
Yes. Yeah, let's
And
talk about the origin.
It's been taking a little while for Cuphead to come out, but
been a long
Cuphead's
time.
finally out. Cuphead is a 2D side-scroller, which was originally just boss fights.
Yes.
And then they changed it and added platforming elements. And then they added multiplayer elements. The game...
More co-op.
Co-op, yes. Yeah, co-op. Which is not online yet. It is only local co-op
so
right
far.
now. But the game is set to the graphics of like a 1930s, 1940s cartoon.
Yep.
Everything kind of looks like Steamboat Willie, but with color.
Yeah. It's so good.
But it's crazy because it's hand drawn.
All of it, yeah.
But it's still a game, and everything moves as if it was a cartoon. Like there's no breaks in graphics.
If you're not paying attention to the game, like if you're not paying attention to the fact it's a game, like if you're not visually watching someone with a controller, you would just think you're watching a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's that effortless. Like, they even intentionally gave you, like, your health bar and your options, like, really low-key at the bottom. So you can always keep track of it, but it never distracts you enough from you looking at a screen and going, this is a game. Like, you know what I mean? Which is really cool. Another thing about it that I just always give everybody a heads up. The game is extremely difficult.
Yeah, it is like a 2D version of Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's very punishing.
Here's Dark Souls. Here's Crash Bandicoot. Here's Cuphead.
No, well, I wouldn't say it's that much more difficult. A lot of people are putting like super impossibility things. Because I'll put it in a scope this way. So the game came out 2 days ago. No,
29th.
29th.
On 29th.
Yeah, so it's 3 days now.
3 days.
3 days. So I got through. There's 3 worlds and then a end game area. Okay, with like the final boss and stuff. So there's not really like that much to explore in the end game part. So I got through each world in a day. But World 3, by far, and I'm not saying World 1 and 2 is easy. Like, they took me a very long time of, you know what I mean? And I have good game mechanics, so you just pick it up after a while, like playing Souls games and stuff. World 3 will fucking destroy you. Like, World 3, to put in perspective, even after a day, I took a day break, and even after killing 1 and 2, and even going back, because I was like, maybe I lost the touch, let me go back to these fights, and I was like, no, I'm good on these fights. At least for as of right now on World 3, I couldn't get even like... I beat 1 boss, and then on most of the boss fights, I couldn't even get to 50%. Like, it's fucking brutal.
I know Zach said that he definitely wants to do it multiplayer.
Oh, co-op makes it a little bit easier, definitely. I mean, there's a lot more to focus on, because there's... And that's another interesting thing with Cuphead 2, is for their difficulty scaling, you would just think generically it goes, oh, because you're doing double damage, the boss has double health. But no. They intentionally change the projectiles and stuff coming at you for 2 players, so specifically they'll add more projectiles. The boss might have particularly different movements to more cater to 2 people being able to run around as opposed to just 1.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. Like, it's not like they changed the whole story or anything by any standard, but they do change the mechanics of every individual boss fight and run and gun, which I think is important. Like, I think that's a really good thing to do. So it's very unique for the game. Like, they make the game difficult for you no matter how you're playing it, which is super cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, it's amazing. I seriously cannot recommend it to enough people, purely on the fact of, like, even if it's a game you're not, even if it's a game you typically do not play well, it's a great game to break you into games like that. Like, one thing I always find, kind of flipping gears a little bit, but keeping on the same genre of, like, gameplay, is it's very tough to get people into very old school Mega Man games because of their difficulty. They are very difficult. A lot of them are very brutally difficult. This is a game that's perfect for that. If you get good at this, you will get good at Mega Man platforming. Like, it's just hands down.
Plus, the cool thing is it's only $20.
Yes.
Now, it is only digital. You cannot buy it physically.
So far.
I don't know if we mentioned that. Yeah, so far. They'll probably put out like a Cuphead Complete Edition on a disc.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into participating retailers such as GameStop, Best Buy, and Walmart, each one of those, if you buy the code from them, if they still have them, they are soundtracks that you can get, which are pretty cool. The CDs that they give you look like they're on vinyl.
And they have vinyl ridges on the top. It's awesome. It's so sick. But yeah, just going back to it, like the art style of it is amazing. The soundtrack is so good. And not just the CD soundtrack, but actually every track in the game is good.
Which, you know the cool thing about the soundtrack, right? They recorded the entire soundtrack with a real live jazz band in a studio. Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. It's a tough platformer. It's not for everyone, but I recommend everyone at least try it.
If you have an Xbox One.
Yes.
Because I don't know if we mentioned it's exclusive.
Yes, you mentioned it.
I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I just want to reiterate.
You brought it up twice.
We're talking about how great that is.
Exactly, but for the record, Xbox One exclusive.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yep. So there's that. Mm-hmm. Another really big game came out, which came out on Xbox One, PS4, and Switch, and also 360 and PS3.
There we go.
It's
kept the pause there. You got me nervous. I was like, is he gonna say the answer?
So FIFA 18 is what we're talking about.
Yep.
On 360 and PS3, it's the FIFA 18 Legacy Edition.
Actual football.
Actual football.
Actual football.
And the reason it's the Legacy Edition is because this will be the last one.
Finally.
For the 360 and PS3. Madden did not do a Legacy Edition. They just didn't come out this year. Mm-hmm. NHL quit a couple years ago. Yep. FIFA's done. WWE won't be coming out.
And they quit with a Legacy Edition.
The only one so far that is still not confirmed to come out next year is NBA, which will probably still come out next year. Because they can't get enough of that VC. So, FIFA came out. FIFA came out to an 84%, a 9 out of 10 on IGN. Mm-hmm. Everybody's loving it. Season 2 of The Journey sends the main character over to England. There's a lot going on in the story. There's a lot going on in the game. Puts you a little bit more immersively in there. Adds different dialogue aspects that you can do to kind of like they did with the Madden story. Again, it uses the Frostbite engine on the Xbox One and the PS4 and the Switch. It is the first game to be released from EA on the Switch that uses the Frostbite engine, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Especially to see like the Switch do that with the power that it has, with the Frostbite engine portably, which is pretty neat. FIFA doesn't really have downsides to it. FIFA has they have a really good formula. They use it every year. Mm-hmm. They utilize Ultimate Team the same way that Madden does. And watching the success of Madden and FIFA. Now FIFA, so real quick. FIFA is a very big game. FIFA might not be a very big game right here in Lancaster, but FIFA is the biggest selling console game worldwide because everybody in the world every country has soccer.
Yeah.
Not every country has basketball. Not every country has hockey. Not every country has American football.
Nor are they as popular as well.
Right.
This is worldwide popular.
FIFA has its own World Cup that is huge. It's bigger than the Olympics. I mean, hockey does too, and baseball has like the World Series and whatnot. But like the FIFA World Cup is the biggest thing out there next to the Olympics. It happens every 4 years. It's crazy. So because it sells so well, EA has to make sure that they get it right each time. And based off of the success of FIFA and Madden, going back to our conversation 2 weeks ago about NBA, 2K has a lot to learn from them in how they utilize extra currency. Because FIFA, it is so easy to just get what you want out of the game without spending a crazy amount, but EA still gets an incredible profit from the game because people will buy the Ultimate Team points to get the packs
because they enjoy it,
because they can afford it.
Yeah,
like VC for 2K is not affordable.
Yeah, well, it's not affordable, and it's also like a forced option.
Yes.
Whereas FIFA, it's like,
it's for one game
mode, so it's like, I can pay the money if I want.
Yeah, and it's one game mode, and you don't have to play Ultimate Team. Like I've played FIFA and have never touched Ultimate Team ever, and I don't plan on ever doing it either. But it's crazy. But yeah, so FIFA's out. It's the first sports title to be released physically on the Switch. Technically, 2K is out, but 2K18 did not come out physically on the Switch, so FIFA wins first physical release, which is pretty neat. It's also the first one to come out on a Nintendo console since FIFA 13, which is pretty cool. So, a couple things we want to talk about that have relative announcements / things that are coming up. Battlefront, the beta starts on Friday for consoles, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to play the beta. I don't know exactly what is all included in the beta yet.
Should be interesting.
But the game looks fantastic. They just put out one of the cutscenes from the story that just looks amazing. I'm not going to spoil anything for you because I wish I wouldn't have watched that cutscene.
It's so good.
Yeah, but...
very spoilery.
Yeah, and I wish I wouldn't have watched it. So if you don't want to get spoiled on the game,
if you don't want spoilers, do not watch it.
Yeah, so I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it's awesome. It's super cool.
Good.
It looks amazing. It doesn't even look like it's a video game at certain points. Good. Awesome. Speaking of Battlefront, the original Battlefront 2 that came out in 2005 surprised everybody today and turned its multiplayer servers back on for PC. So if you have the game, and if you don't have the game, you can buy it for $10 through Steam. If you have the game, if you want to buy the game, you can play it online in all of its glory before the beta for the new one comes out.
Yeah.
And then you can play the new one, and then you can compare them. I don't know which one I'll like better. I'll probably like the new one better, but Battlefront 2 holds a spot in my heart.
Dude, that whole at the cantina, the whole like Jedi or just the whole heroes villains fights.
Yep.
Oh my god, those are still the best. Those are like literally the favorite maps to play. I literally play that endless. I could literally play that forever. Yeah, just running around doing like those like Jedi fucking leaps of faith. God forbid you randomly sometimes get sniped by like Chewie. God forbid you're not doing your lightsaber like swinging defense thing. It's great. I think it's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to get a little piece of nostalgia, you can go do that.
Yeah.
One other thing happened, which we aren't going to talk a whole lot about.
Yeah. Well,
Red Dead.
It was vague still.
Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2 finally launched a story trailer. They also changed their logo. They went from Red Dead 2 to Red Dead Roman numeral 2, so they're going the way of GTA. I still wish it was called something different because now they have confirmed that the game is a prequel.
But it's the sequel.
But it's the sequel. But it's the prequel.
Yeah, the prequel of the sequel.
Yeah, so it takes place before Red Dead Redemption. It takes place after Red Dead Revolver. You play as a guy named Arthur Morgan, who is in the Vanderlinde gang, which is led by a man named Dutch. This is the same gang that John was in the first game. And in the first game, the leader of the gang was very old and decrepit, and in the trailer for this one, he's kind of young. He's at least 15 years younger.
Yeah.
So, the guy that you play as Not many people were named in the first game, so we don't know whether this guy actually exists in the time of Red Dead Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does, there's possibilities we could see John in
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption
100%. Yeah.
But he is in the same gang. You're going around, you're looting things, you're being an outlaw, you're being a Western pirate. Things are happening.
Should be good.
And it looks amazing. It absolutely looks fantastic.
If it even plays half as good as the first one, it's going to be like...
See what I did there?
Yeah.
I broke it up.
Yeah.
It absolutely looks fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
it was good.
It
was good. You're giving it almost the pre-rating, but not yet.
Yeah, I can't give it.
No, of course not. Of course
I can't say it's absolutely that word.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't do that yet.
Yes.
So that kind of wraps up the news.
That pretty much covers any news. Me and Jeremy just thought too that we should kind of go over a lot of the October releases for just
at least the games that we care about.
Exactly, and I mean obviously we're going to be talking about these in pretty good detail once they come out.
Yep.
But we just want to give everybody a heads up, so in case you're like, wondering what's coming out, need to know what's happening.
Yep.
Next couple weeks. So, Jeremy,
I'm gonna try to keep these in date order because I didn't write them in date order, but then I wrote the dates next to them, so I'm really hoping that I just follow along correctly.
Yeah, you should be alright.
So the first one is coming out is an Xbox exclusive. Forza 7 comes out on October 3rd. That is one of the racing games we were talking about. It has the biggest amount of cars as well as biggest amount of tracks that have ever been in any of the games.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely check that out. Coming out after that is Shadow of War, which will be released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC on October 10th.
Mm-hmm.
3 days later is two major horror releases. One of them is technically already out, which is Friday the 13th. But it's getting a physical release with some extra added-on content on the Xbox One and the PS4. And then also that day is The Evil Within 2. The Evil Within 2 is the sequel to the first one, which came out on all 4 systems. This one will just be on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. But it is done by the same guy that did the original Resident Evil. So if you're into horror games, check out the first one.
Yep.
You've got about 2 weeks before the new one comes out. Then play the new one. I'm super excited for the new one. I love the first one.
So good.
The second one is super terrifying.
This one
looking.
looks crazy.
Looks like it's gonna give me nightmares.
Yeah,
it
looks bananas.
So there's that. And then 4 days later, on October 17th, there's 3 major releases. South Park: The Fractured But Whole is coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Still a great title.
Absolutely.
Great name.
So if you haven't played the first one, the first one was The Stick of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sequel to it. You are playing a superhero RPG where you're trying to make a movie franchise. You get to create your own character. You're the new kid at school.
Yep. Also, I do love it takes place literally 3 days after The Stick of Truth.
Yeah,
like it is literally right after the events. Which if you haven't played the game yet, definitely play to catch up because it is it's crazy.
Yeah, and if you have an Xbox One, it is backwards compatible, so you can play it on your Xbox One.
Yes, you can.
Which I'm pretty sure it's gonna come with the first one, like Rainbow Six did.
For pre-order, as long as you pre-order.
Yeah, but isn't it gonna come with it normally on Xbox? Because I know it's doing that on PlayStation.
Yes,
but I think it's coming normally on Xbox, like Rainbow Six did.
You are correct.
So either way, if you pick it up, you get the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then also that day, WWE 2K18 comes out. Technically, the deluxe edition also comes out on the 13th if you do the special one, but whatever. So this one's going to have the biggest roster of fighters, as well as introduce more aspects to my player and my career, and the possibility for WWE 2K VC has also been considered. So I don't know if that's actually going through or not. But that'll be available on all of the platforms, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Switch. I don't know if it's coming out that day for Switch, though.
I don't know either.
I think it's coming out later. And then also that day is Gran Turismo Sport, which is the other racing game we were talking about. So if you have an Xbox, you're going to play Forza. If you got a PlayStation, you're going to play Gran Turismo. They're essentially the exact same game, just by different companies.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo, though, will also work with your VR, so you want to play that as well.
Yeah.
And we'll go into all this way more detail when the games come out. We're just kind of giving you rundowns.
Yep.
On October 20th is the first major Switch exclusive for the month, which is Fire Emblem Warriors, which is part of the Dynasty Warriors series. So it is a hack and slash like Hyrule Warriors and Hyrule Warriors Legends were, just with a whole bunch of Fire Emblem characters. There's a special edition that looks super dope, so if you can get your hands on it, do that. And there's going to be amiibos for it, right?
Yes. Well, so yeah, they're adding 2 more amiibos. Not particularly for just Fire Emblem Heroes, but yeah, Chrom and Tiki are the 2 new ones that they're adding for Fire Emblem in general. They work for any of the Fire Emblem amiibo supported games.
Yes.
So.
Also, that game, Fire Emblem Warriors, is also coming out on the 3DS that day. And then there's another 3DS game that I didn't write down. I don't have a date for it, but I might as well mention it anyway, which is the new Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which is a remake of the Game Boy Advance RPG game.
Yes. On 3DS.
On 3DS, yes. So this will be on 3DS. So pick that up. I think it comes out the same day.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, we'll look into it. Anyway, so there's that. On October 24th is Just Dance 2018, which is going to release on Xbox One, PS4, PC, Switch, PS3, 360, Wii U, and Wii. Yes, it is coming out on the Wii again.
Still not DS.
Still not DS.
Still no DS.
Still no DS or Vita. But coming out on the Wii. Wii is still getting new games. That is still happening. So that'll come out then.
Crazy.
Also that day is a major release for PC players. Destiny 2 will finally be released on the PC.
A lot of people have been waiting.
Yeah, so, we've been talking about Destiny for a while. Oh, actually, we haven't been talking about it on here. We've been talking about it on the live stream.
We've been playing it so much.
We will be talking about it, we promise. We're just trying to beat the raid before we go in super ham with it.
Yeah, pretty much that's the last thing we just need to check off the box for the group. I did it myself independently, but obviously I want to run it with my main man here, plus our whole squad of friends that you guys already know and love. So, yeah, we want to get that done before me and Jeremy really go fully in to really talk about a full review. I know it's been a super delay, guys. I know it seems a little bit old at this point, but I just think it's really relevant for us to talk about a game that's that big and expansive until we've done everything in the game so far. I just think that that's pretty important. So.
And it'll be a good episode.
Oh, absolutely.
Trust us with
that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so good.
So then on the 27th is a very, very big day for October.
Huge day.
I'm going to spend so much money that day, it's not even funny.
Yep.
So on October 27th, we'll start with the lesser of the three.
I was just going to say.
Wolfenstein 2 is going to be released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, coming out on Switch at a later date. Wolfenstein 2 is the sequel. Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus.
There you go.
Is the sequel to Wolfenstein: The New Order and the Old Blood.
Yep.
It takes place in America after World War II, but the Nazis won, and there's these crazy robot dogs and super sci-fi weapons. And Wolfenstein is an awesome series, so if you haven't played it, I would play it. But Wolfenstein 2 looks awesome. They're doing a whole lot of 1940s, 50s propaganda with different action figures that are really cool. And different commercials. You can get an action figure from the 1940s-esque style of the main character.
BJ Blazkowicz, for the collectors. That's what.
So check that out. It's going to be really cool if you're into sci-fi first-person shooters. Also that day is Assassin's Creed Origins.
Pretty big.
Yes, which will be out on Xbox One and PS4 and PC. Assassin's Creed Origins is going to be a soft reboot for the Assassin's Creed franchise. As in it takes place in Egypt before any of the other games in 10 BC. It is an open world action RPG with a skill tree, a level up system, and an inventory slot. They have changed the way fighting and free running works, so you no longer have to hold the right trigger to do different things. Things such as Eagle Vision have changed, where instead of seeing through things and being able to spot enemies, you have a falcon, and the falcon flies up and you can spot them. So it's really, really cool. The graphics look amazing. Shadow of War as well as Assassin's Creed will be 2 games that are released this month that use the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One X 4K capabilities.
Oh, yeah.
Forza 7 will obviously do it on the Xbox. Gran Turismo will do it on the PlayStation. So all 4 of those games are going to look and feel fantastic if you're using any of the new systems. Xbox One X obviously doesn't come out until November, but the games are coming with the updates for them automatically on the disc. So once the system comes out, the system will just recognize that they are 4K Blu-rays, which is pretty cool. Last game coming out for October, which is the biggest one by far, is a Switch exclusive, and it is Super Mario Odyssey, which comes out the same day as Creed and Wolfenstein on the 27th of October. It is the first open world Mario game since Super Mario Sunshine in 2001. Right?
Yeah.
2001?
Oh, for release date? No. Didn't that come out 2003?
3. A long time. It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time.
Super Mario Sunshine came out in the first half of the 2000s.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
So, definitely a long time ago. Came out on the GameCube. This is the first open world one. Bowser's trying to marry Peach. You can get amiibos where they're all dressed up in wedding outfits, which is super cool. But Mario has this new ability with his hat, which his hat is named Cappy. Yep. And he can throw Cappy at his enemies or other things like a T-Rex and take control of them and make them do things. So there's more platforming elements involved in this where you have to move the T-Rex's head in the jungle one. You have to take control of one of the Goombas because Mario can't fit through the one block that he needs to go through to get to the other side. You can also throw Cappy and jump on him as if he's like a floating platform, which is really cool. So that I'm super excited for. Yeah, that is literally why I bought my Switch. I will not have a life for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be
actually nice. No, for a week, because the following week is when Call of Duty comes out. So I'm not gonna have a life at all.
Yeah, we're gonna be very busy
because of Mario.
Yeah.
And Creed.
Yeah, a lot of gaming. And you know what would really be great is if we could live stream Mario, but too bad the Nintendo just put the whole update to ban YouTube Live.
Kind of. So they did the new thing where it's Nintendo created content. So you have to get
streaming service through them.
Yes, but you can put it on YouTube if you get like certified through Nintendo, which is the same process as getting certified through YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
So with your help, we could stream it to YouTube.
That's very true.
All we need you guys to do is subscribe.
Yeah.
So subscribe, like it, comment, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Speaking of which, that pretty much wraps up the episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of linking to that. Talking about subscribing. So always subscription buttons right there. Always check it out. We always appreciate it. If you want to get notifications for when we're putting out episodes, we've been a little spontaneous lately with our episodes. Sorry. We're really trying to buckle it back down.
We're getting better.
Work, life, things and such happening, so we're really trying to handle it. Plus gaming.
Yes.
The most important thing that we love.
That's we have really literally spent 12 hours on Destiny in the last week.
There's a lot of
which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's 12 hours with 6 people getting together and raiding. Like, I've spent other time by myself.
I was just going to say, not to mention the probably 12 plus hours we all did solo Destinying.
Yeah.
Just within the same week.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah. So, anyway, so for all notifications, if you want to check out when we're posting videos or live stream or anything like that, check out notification bell, which is right next to the subscription button right there. Yes. Yeah, here. And then, you can always follow us, too, as we were just talking about with Twitch. Follow us at twitch.tv/playersoftheroundtable.
Yep.
Check out all of our stuff. We'll probably be doing some... we did just a video recently about the raid. We might be doing another one soon. Probably like a full run-through or something. Some type of Destiny-related...
Crucible or something.
Yeah, some type of Destiny-related content. And then also, too, guys, just lastly, we're always trying to look for feedback. If you could even post any type of comment, let us know if we're doing a good job. Like, any type of things that you want to see that we're not already talking about. If you really
don't like something and you don't want to make it public, you can message us on Facebook.
Exactly.
Did you mention the Facebook page?
I'm so glad you brought that up, Jeremy. We have a Facebook page as well.
It's Facebook.com/PlayersOfTheRoundTable. You guys can go there. Which that will be seeing a major update soon, because we keep talking about this update, and we're sorry because we're busy and we're trying to get everything put together. But on Facebook, you will see the major update happen soon, because 2018 is going to be a very big year for us, and things are going to change, and things are going to get a little better. So just stay tuned for that. We're working on all the fine tuning, but it is still coming. The update's coming. The update is going to happen, and we promise you guys are going to like it.
Yeah, so it's going to be great. So on that note, guys, we're wrapping up episode 24. Yet again, in case you have total ADD, today's date is October 2nd.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's too late in the day. God damn it.
It's Monday, October 2nd.
All right. On that note, guys, despite Jeremy's goddamn Tom fucking foolery, good evening, good night, good luck. Have a good one, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.